My name is Natalie Hardiman, and I moved in to PPH January the 12th. It was what I thought in terms of people. And I did, the first 2 weeks I'd come back and I would think, this is really a cute place. I wonder how long I'm going to rent here. And then little by little, I found I would be out, I'd be over Jersey or out with a friend all day. And then I was able to say, I'm ready to go home. So it was here. But that took a little while, but it eventually happens where this is your comfort zone then, you know. So, you know, I'm very happy. In the beginning, I thought this would be a gift to my family, you know, that they would know that I was safe and that I was happy here and well taken care of. But then I started to look at it in terms of being with people my own age, which is something that I enjoy. I think they're kind of what you would say like my people. So it was a lot of prayers went before my decision as to when, and I got what I thought was the answer, and then I knew not to say, are you sure? But it was time then, and then you take, I guess like I thought, well, I'm going to take the plunge. I'm going to just do it. So it doesn't mean that you know that this is the place for you to be or the time to come in, that you won't be nervous or you don't have to make adjustments, because you do. But you trust. I'm trusting in my message from God. So. First thing I signed up for was the Ronhurst School, kindergarten. There's a wonderful teacher there. She has 31 students in kindergarten. I don't know how she does it, because she's just perfect at it. And so we go every Monday. We leave here at 8:30 and we're home by 12:30. Kathy Nacero asked me if I would consider doing a WISE program, so I said yes to that. And I have some friends over in Pathways that I visit, try to visit on a weekly basis. One lady I try to have dinner with once a week, and she lives in Pathways, and then I try to meet her for lunch and stop in and see her. When I came in, one of the things that I looked forward to was that I could still do what I did before in pastoral care. I could still visit. I think that's important, to give of yourself and to sit with people. Really, I went to school for a year, but what you do is listen. So people want to tell their story. And when I was home, I did a little of that for the church, but then you have to get in the car and you have to drive, and if the weather's bad, it's too cold, you know. And here I just have to walk down the hallway, get on the elevator and go. So I can do it much more easily than I could when I was living with my daughter. My daughter lives in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, so I visit her at least once a week. My son lives in Mount Laurel, and I visit him once a week. He invites me for dinner, which is lovely. And then I have a daughter that lives in Harleysville, which is about an hour from here. And when I go up there, I stay for the weekend, and we shop. My apartment is perfect size, I think. So I picked out the kind of cabinets that I wanted. I wanted the stainless steel refrige and stove and microwave, so I selected that. I didn't want carpet, so I got the vinyl flooring, which looks like wood. It's really pretty and really easy to keep. I recommend that to anybody. So of course, good health. I look forward to that. Meeting some more people, making closer friends, doing a little bit more of volunteer work, because I do enjoy that. Thoroughly enjoy sitting outside, but the weather hasn't been conducive to it. I look forward to sitting out where the pond is and taking my book out there. I like to read. So to sit outside, it's just beautiful out there. And I don't have to leave the grounds. My personal life, my granddaughter's going to get married next May, so I look forward to that. And just being with my family is something that I look forward to all the time. Well, you certainly have the freedom to do whatever you want. There's a number of activities that you can go to. They have so many different faith-based things that you can attend or participate if you want to. I used to do devotions, and so I talked with Pastor Jack. If he can't be here, I would help him out with a devotion once in a while. I like doing that. I look forward to that. Other than, I can't think of anything more than that. I would really like to become a little bit more fit. I go down and I use the gym, but not as regularly as I should, but I do use it. And I have something here that's just great. It's called a body bar, and I use that almost every day. It's Maria Osmond. If you hear me, Maria, you can sit in your chair and watch television and do your exercises. So I look forward to spending a little bit more time maybe on trying to get a little healthy. Know that you are going to be a little nervous about it. Change is not easy, although change in some ways gets easier as you get older. If you look at the positive part of it, not the negative part, because I couldn't even count how many changes I've had in my life. From the time you're a child all the way up until 78. So, but if you don't do anything, you don't get anything. If you don't take the plunge, if you don't put yourself out there, you're going to have exactly what you have now in your life. And I think you need to say, are you contented with that? Are you happy with that? Is this enough for you? And then you have to be real honest with yourself, and not because you're afraid to make the change, say, no, this is enough. Because I do think that happens to us as we get older. We'll settle for the status quo rather than to take that kind of leap of faith and know that if you received what you feel is the answer to make the move, then you just have to trust. No guarantees what tomorrow's going to bring. What you think the reason is when you come in, that will be part of your experience, but you will have new experiences that you didn't expect. I used to visit a resident here who I grew to love, and we were talking about when you get older, no one really is interested in what you have to say. And she said to me, "Oh, it gets worse." And she said, "I go to my family's house and it's a holiday or some celebration," and she said, "I sit in the corner and everybody talks about their job and their spouse and the kids," and she said, and then basically somebody thinks we got to feed Granny, and they bring her something to eat and a drink, and she said, "I really am not part of the conversation." And that's not true here, because you can sit and talk with people your own age. You grew up, experiencing the same things. We didn't go to work because we stayed home with our kids, and it was a whole different culture. And so you're very comfortable with that. There's a connection different from what you have with your family, but you have it with the residents, and you don't even have to know them very well. You just start a conversation and you go, "I like her," because we're on the same playing field, I guess,